The Subaru Crosstrek is one of the most popular subcompact crossovers on the market, celebrated for its standard all-wheel drive and adventure-ready image. But if you're considering buying one, there are some problems hiding beneath that rugged exterior that Subaru doesn't advertise. From shockingly high prices on the hybrid model to gas engines that struggle to merge onto highways, the Crosstrek is compromising in areas that matter most for daily driving. Here is why you should not buy a Subaru Crosstrek. Number 6. Hybrid is not cheap. Subaru just introduced a completely new hybrid system for the 2026 Crosstrek, and the technology behind it is genuinely impressive. The setup combines a 2.5-liter engine with 2 electric motors to deliver a combined output of 194 horsepower. But here's the problem that's going to shock potential buyers. The new Crosstrek hybrid starts at over $36,000. Think about what that means when you're sitting down to write a check or sign financing paperwork. You're paying luxury crossover money for a subcompact vehicle that's smaller than most competitors. For comparison, you could get a Honda CR-V hybrid with significantly more interior space, better refinement, and comparable efficiency for roughly the same price. Or you could opt for a Toyota RAV4 hybrid, which offers more power, more cargo room, and a proven track record of reliability, all while staying in a similar price range. That $36,000 starting price puts it dangerously close to mid-size SUV territory, where you're getting far more vehicle for your money. And when you start adding options, you're quickly approaching $40,000 for a vehicle that still feels cramped inside. Yes, the new hybrid system is powerful and efficient, and the fuel savings are real. But those savings take years to offset the premium you're paying up front. And by then, you might be wishing you had simply bought a larger, more practical vehicle from the start. So the hybrid is expensive, but if you're thinking the standard engine offers better value, that's where things get even more problematic. Number 5. Base 2-liter engine is painfully slow. If you're shopping for a used Crosstrek, you need to pay close attention to what's under the hood. Subaru offered a 2.0-liter naturally aspirated engine in earlier models, and it's one of the weakest power plants in the segment. With just 152 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque, this engine struggles to move the Crosstrek with any sense of urgency. The continuously variable transmission doesn't help either, as it keeps the engine buzzing at high RPMs, creating a lot of noise without delivering much forward momentum. Subaru eventually discontinued the 2.0-liter engine, replacing it with a more capable 2.5-liter unit that produces 182 horsepower. That's a meaningful improvement, transforming the Crosstrek from sluggish to merely adequate. But if you're browsing the used market, you need to specifically seek out models with the 2.5-liter engine. The price difference might seem appealing at first, but those savings come at the cost of daily driving satisfaction. And speaking of noise, that struggling engine is just the beginning of the Crosstrek's refinement problems. Number 4. Cabin noise. One of the most overlooked aspects of daily vehicle ownership is how quiet and refined the interior feels during your commute. This is where the Crosstrek falls significantly short of expectations. Subaru's approach to sound insulation has traditionally been less aggressive than competitors, and the current Crosstrek continues that disappointing trend. Wind noise at highway speeds intrudes into the cabin, making conversations more difficult and turning long road trips into exhausting experiences. Think about driving home after a long day at work. You just want to relax, listen to your favorite podcast, or have a conversation with your spouse. Instead, you're constantly asking, "What did you say?" because wind noise is drowning out normal conversation at 65 miles per hour. Road noise is equally problematic. Drive over coarse pavement, and you're going to hear every texture change transmitted directly into the cabin. The continuously variable transmission makes things worse. Unlike a traditional automatic that shifts through distinct gears, the CVT keeps the engine spinning at higher RPMs during acceleration. This creates a droning sound that pervades the cabin. Accelerate onto a highway on-ramp, and the engine noise rises quickly, staying elevated until you reach cruising speed. It's not just loud, it's unrefined, making the Crosstrek feel cheaper and less polished than its price tag suggests. The noise is frustrating enough, but wait until you see how little space you actually get for your money. Number 3. Cargo space. Subcompact crossovers aren't known for cavernous cargo areas, but even within this segment, the Crosstrek is falling behind competitors in practical storage capacity. With the rear seats up, you're getting about 20.8 cubic feet of cargo space behind the second row. For comparison, the Honda HR-V provides 24.3 cubic feet, giving you notably more room for groceries, luggage, or sports equipment. The difference becomes even more apparent when you fold down the rear seats. The Crosstrek maxes out at 55.3 cubic feet of total cargo volume, volume. The HR-V offers over 58 cubic feet with an incredibly versatile magic seat system. Here's what that means in the real world. You're heading to the hardware store to pick up supplies for a home improvement project. With the Crosstrek, you might find yourself making a second trip because everything won't fit, while competitors with just a few more cubic feet can handle the job in one go. In-cabin storage is another weak point. The center console is smaller than you'd expect, making it difficult to store larger items like a full-size water bottle or a tablet. Door pockets are shallow, and the glove box won't accommodate much beyond your owner's manual. These might seem like minor complaints, but they add up during daily use. Every time you need to find a place for your phone, your sunglasses, or a coffee cup, you're reminded that the Crosstrek's interior packaging isn't as thoughtful as it should be. So the practicality is lacking, but the technology inside is even more disappointing. Number 2, infotainment system. Step inside the Crosstrek, and one of the first things you'll interact with is the infotainment system. Unfortunately, it's going to leave you disappointed. The graphics look dated, with a visual design that feels like it belongs in a vehicle from 5 years ago. Menu navigation lacks the intuitive flow you'll find in systems from Honda, Mazda, or Toyota. Simple tasks require more steps than they should, forcing you to take your eyes off the road longer than is safe. The system's smartphone integration works adequately. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, which is the saving grace, but even here, there are issues. The wireless connectivity available in some trims is unreliable, frequently dropping connections or failing to recognize your phone. Many owners end up using wired connections instead, defeating the purpose entirely. When you're paying over $30,000 for a small crossover, you deserve technology that works seamlessly, not a system that feels like a generation behind the competition. The outdated tech is frustrating, but the biggest letdown is how this crossover actually drives. Number 1, handling. Subaru built its reputation on all-wheel drive capability, and the Crosstrek delivers exactly what you'd expect in that department. The symmetrical all-wheel drive system is confident on wet roads, capable in light snow, and reassuring on gravel Forest Service roads. Traction is never a concern, but once you're on dry pavement, particularly when you encounter a curving road, the Crosstrek reveals its most significant dynamic weakness. It's simply not engaging to drive. The suspension tuning prioritizes comfort and off-road capability over sporty handling. Body roll in corners is excessive, making the vehicle feel top-heavy and reluctant to change direction quickly. The steering is light and vague, providing almost no feedback about what the front wheels are doing. Think about driving your favorite winding back road on a Sunday morning. In the Crosstrek, you feel disconnected, never quite sure where the limits are with a numb steering wheel that tells you nothing about the road surface. It's competent and safe, but there's zero driving enjoyment to be found. Here's the thing. You're going to spend hundreds of hours behind the wheel every year. Those hours add up, and a vehicle that's dull to drive makes every commute, every errand, and every road trip just a little less enjoyable. The Crosstrek gets you where you need to go safely and reliably, but it does so without providing any of the driving satisfaction you should expect from a modern crossover at this price point. The Subaru Crosstrek is still a pretty impressive vehicle. It's reliable, capable in harsh weather, and built to last. But when you add up things like excessive cabin noise, limited cargo space, outdated technology, and uninspiring handling, you're left with a crossover that asks you to accept too many compromises for the money. Before you commit to a Crosstrek based on brand loyalty or the appeal of standard all-wheel drive, make sure you test drive the alternatives, because you might discover that other crossovers deliver what the Crosstrek promises without all the frustrating trade-offs. Speaking of other small crossovers, they come with limitations too, often way more than the Crosstrek. Take our next video about the problems with the Corolla Cross as an example. Toyota's small crossover might be efficient, but it lags behind rivals in so many ways.